Greetings, everybody! Ho ho! Woo! It's Tuesday. There is no Tuesday tirade today because right after this, after we do the extended bonus time version of today's 6-minute daily, we're going to be having a member stream. So if you are a channel member, this is your chance to hang out with other channel members coming up right after bonus time today. Hopefully, lots of you will join us. And hopefully you guys are happy with the way the music has been lowered as far as the volume goes. I can see a lot of hearts coming out of the chat right now, and I say thank you. Let's see. After the member stream, then, of course, there'll be a small break, and then I imagine if Mr. H is feeling up to it, we'll hopefully see you over there on his channel as well. Maybe we'll talk about Cocaine Bear. Maybe we'll talk about Ant-Man. Maybe we'll talk about Mandalorian. You never know. I think Mandalorian comes out tomorrow, and I don't think anybody's really all that excited. I don't really see a lot of coverage, and yeah, just not super stoked about it. But I don't blame y'all. I don't blame me. I don't blame you. I don't blame anybody. What I do blame is me for talking too much. So let's say hi to each and every one of you. We've got Captain Fandom Nerd out there. Good to see you, my friend. There's Darren Hughes in the chat. Good to see you. Of course, we've got Liger Fan and Haitian Falarudo. Looks like Nearsighted Cyclops has joined us. There's Barney Fife with his one bullet. He's here early. There's Mr. Shirt, just another red shirt. Hail to you. And of course, there's Lord Thoth as well. Josiah Robinson is here. Yep, today is a huge day. We've got this, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you check out the streams. We've got our good friend Hank VP in the house. Good to see you. Dragon Master 360 is here along with Vince Womack. What's going on? We've got Rod Thunderheart saying I'm pale. I think that was supposed to be hail, but I just want you to be safe because there's a good chance you're driving right now. So just be safe, my friend. Critizable. The Rainbow Knight is joining us and suggests that you hit the like button. Well, I would appreciate that as well. Let's see who else popped in the door. We've got the Union of Amateur Strategists. There's DS Ford, KR Nut 82, my good friend Ruben Christopher Haynes, who knows how to live stream an awful lot. Let's see who else is here. There's 11 Alpha, OC Dobbins, and my favorite bear, Snorta Poopus Cuber. Pino Shays, Helicopter Tours says, extended culture crisis. Well, perhaps. I think I said hi to Max Mercer. Let's see who else rolled through. Randall Orser is here. We've got Shrap 3D Kremlon. And I think I said hi to OC Dobbins. I think I did. Andy Masterson is here. He's very talented. I hope that you do catch up after work, my friend. This one will be a little while. We're going to talk about some subjects for a while that I have marked for the show. There's the Bat Cap hanging out with us. Low spec Linux laptop. I think I already said hi to Kremlon. Who else is out there? So many of you folks. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. It really wasn't. Yeah. Although, you know, I'm going to tell a diving story one day. That'll be fun. Let's see. We've got Channel Surf here with the YouTube's most glorious mustache. Who else popped in the door? Tender Warrior 68 is here. Good to see you. I think I saw Douchey McDouche. I did. There's Douchey McDouche. Scrolling. Spaceship Vampire. Oh, no. We have to go. Zerk. Greetings. Great to see you, dear. I hope you're doing well. Gotta love Montana. Grifton with Grimace. What's going on? There's Elizabeth Young. Greetings, dear. I hope you enjoy the Cocaine Bear. Ironcaster. Deleted Scenes. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow. Timothy Tillery. Visage Melody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, except that when we're done here, we have some bonus time. So we'll be going a little longer today. So when we get to the end, it's not really the end. I'll tell you when the end is. All right. First story up is, of course, the thing we've been talking about for a while. We know for a fact that we're going to see possibly some strike actions coming out of Hollywood. So the WGA plans showrunner meetings. So these are the EPs, and the producers for a lot of shows. This week, they're going to start talking about the AMPTP negotiations and whether or not they're really going to strike. I have a pretty good expectation that one of these three organizations will definitely do that. And it's kind of neat that the WGA is up first here because they are the most incentivized to get the best contract possible. And then that ball will roll downhill. Speaking of which, the Writers Guild, the WGA, is actually looking to protect writers now because of ChatGPT and other similar AIs, trying to make sure that their writers are not replaced with robots. I have a feeling that's going to happen anyway. So we'll see what happens. Beyond that, Jeremy Renner actually posted a recovery workout video saying basically he's going to do whatever it takes. And in fact, I think they're actually working on a docu-series around this. So keep your eyes open for that. But I hope that his recovery comes quickly and he recovers fully. He seems to be one of the good guys in Hollywood, at least as far as we know now. Moving on from there, we've got some bad news. Tom Sizemore's family essentially has been notified that he is brain dead. He's no longer with us, and nothing's happening up there. There's lack of any activity in his brain. So there's no further hope, according to his family. They're asking for privacy, and I'm sure that Wednesday we'll hear different news. Amazon Studios boss Jennifer Salke lies to everybody, including herself, saying that she's unfazed by Warner Brothers' new Lord of the Rings movies. We have enough fan love to sustain. No, you don't. You have fan animosity. Warner Brothers still has some fan love. Whether or not that remains after, you butcher Tolkien, or if you do a good job with Tolkien, is kind of the deciding factor. So I'm hoping Warner Brothers does the right thing. But we'll see. David Zaslav seems to understand that you have to be profitable to make your streaming stuff, appealing to the stock market. So guess what he's doing? That's what he's aiming for. And he'll be the second streaming service to get there if he does, behind Netflix. Ant-Man and Wasp's Quantumania star Corey Stoll says that, he took a Shakespearean influence to MODOK. No, you didn't. The character was stupid. Your portrayal of the character was stupid, and it was really just stupid. Nothing Shakespearean there. It wasn't even any depth to this character. In fact, it was rather superficial. And for the most part, you were just a face, dude. And not a very likable one at that. AMC branded popcorn is going to be out there at Walmart just in time for the Oscars. So get your popcorn for home use. Mr. Grant Gregory sends a member chat saying, please sub and like and bell and super chat. Thank you. I agree with that. Thank you, Mr. Grant Gregory. Thanks for the editing you've been doing today, brother. It's been looking good. Political ad revenue propels Nexstar in their fourth quarter. So it looked pretty good, except they had a write-down of $94 million because of the CW. Yes, the CW is a giant paperweight. No matter who's holding it, it just drags you down. Vice France editor-in-chief announces its closure on Twitter. Let me tell you right now, I'm going to do a video probably this week about the three unicorn media stock companies that, essentially have imploded. Vice is one of them. There are two others. We'll talk about it later this week. And thank you for the 5 gift memberships, Copper Indio. And thank you for the gift membership from Captain Fandom Nerd. Moving on, running out of time, we've got Supreme Court weighing in on the student loan write-off. No, taxpayers don't want to pay for other people. They need to pay for themselves. China says TikTok ban in the U.S. Reflects the U.S.'s insecurities. No, it doesn't. It is basically the U.S. government wanting to not have spyware on government devices. Canada's on the same plane, as is, the Danish government as well. You're going to start seeing this roll out across the globe pretty much everybody knows what this is, and it's exactly what President Trump told you many years ago. As such, Wall Street is drifting. Well, that means it's going down, and it's going to continue to go down as predicted, like I said yesterday. And a lot of it's because earnings are not where they need to be. Target showed an outlook of a 43% profit drop in Q4. You had the stock market just essentially falling. This is the most volatile month we've had this year. It's only the second month we've had this year, so no wonder. And yeah, I actually ran out of time. I have a couple more stories. We'll get to them during the course of the extension. We're going long today, folks, so we're not quite done. Olaf Von S sends a gifted Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
That's right. This is going to need to be updated. Thank you for those of you who gifted memberships out there. I truly appreciate it. Thanks to all these people who are members. And for those of you who are members or just became members through a gifted membership, you're welcome to join the member stream that's going to show up right after we do bonus time here on the 6 Minute Daily. Once again, I want to say thanks to all of my wrenches. You guys are, well, key in keeping things clean here on the platform. And I appreciate the support from all of you, even if you're here for the first time. Thanks for being here. Hit the subscribe button, why don't you? That's always helpful. Let's see what else is going on. Oh well, I want to get into this TikTok thing a little bit during the bonus time. So I feel like that'll be a fun conversation and a little more interactive with you folks out there. On that note, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it till we end. So we'll clean this up, and now we'll jump into talking to you during the cleanup. So that was fun. Normally we would end here. 12.5 minutes is about the normal show length. We went a little bit shorter because, again, member stream coming up after this. Once again, Copper Indio, thank you for the gift subs to everybody out there. Thanks for those of you who are members. You guys do an awful lot. I should say the gift memberships. I keep saying gift subs. I don't know why I do that. You know, that's the other problem when you stream on different platforms. Everything's called a different thing. But I really was kind of fascinated by some of the stories that were out there today. And I mean, we are watching in real time a lot of these digital entities kind of collapse that have been artificially supported by investor money. And some of those investors, of course, are the large ones, and they're investing in these quote unquote unicorns. And the unicorns, they're called that for a reason. And a lot of times it's just because they don't exist. A lot of people see them as magical, but they're not really a big deal. And they end up failing, flopping, collapsing. And that's kind of what we're seeing in the digital media space right now. But let's get on to this stuff. Let's see. Accelerate the collapses, Horny Alpha. Yeah, it's actually happening. We're watching it go. Grant, aren't you supposed to be asleep, man? Extra long Culture Casino. I love you, dude. But no, the collapse is actually accelerating. We're watching media collapse. We're watching narratives collapse. Trust is collapsed completely. So it's definitely happening. Definitely happening. Yeah, there are problems when you run out of other people's money. Indeed, Dempsey. That's right. And again, it is what it is. Let's see. Let's look at TikTok. Let's do that. We're gonna pull that up first. Have a conversation here. I have a feeling that this is going to go on for a long time. The Danish Parliament has urged everybody to remove TikTok over cybersecurity. Again, whether or not you appreciated the Orange Man or not has nothing to do with the fact that he was absolutely correct when it came to TikTok. And that's because the intelligence community already knew that. They already knew that TikTok was a spy platform. They already knew it had a lot of security issues, and they knew what it was being used for. Time Prophet. With a lot of hair gel, you could become a unicorn. This is true. I used to have a mohawk. Someday we'll have that conversation. So you're seeing governments around the world decide that maybe, just maybe, we're not going to allow for our government employees and maybe even our citizenry to maintain effective spy networks. Essentially a mesh network that allows for the sharing of location of data and all kinds of other things that you're surrendering when you sign up for a platform like this. And since it's primarily on your phone, you're tracked every single second of the day. In fact, you have to turn off a lot of settings in TikTok and other programs in order to remove the ability to be tracked wherever you are. And even that may not be successful. But the Danish Parliament has urged essentially all lawmakers and employees within their government to remove TikTok. They're actually saying that there is a risk of espionage. That's very mild language and kind of inaccurate. He said that a strong recommendation that you delete the TikTok app if you have previously installed it. I don't know. I have a feeling that this is just the tip of the iceberg. You've got even the lost country of Canada under the tyrannical rule of this guy Trudeau. TikTok's banned on all Canadian government mobile devices. And again, notice how he uniformly just issues edicts. It's okay, I guess. But you look at it, you say, Canada announced Monday it's banning TikTok from all government-issued mobile devices, reflecting widening worries of Western officials over Chinese-owned video sharing app. Well, it's a little more than that. And again, this has not been unknown to intelligence agencies globally. The quote from Supreme Ruler Justin Trudeau. I suspect that as government takes significant step of telling all federal employees that they can no longer use TikTok on their work phones, many Canadians from business to private individuals will reflect on the security of their own data and perhaps make choices. In other words, he's saying, I can't tell you to remove this from your phone. It would probably be rather impractical, but he's making the suggestion. And despite the fact that on almost every other issue, I don't agree with Castro's illegitimate son, I do think that in this, it's probably the right step. And again, this is not new information. We've known this has been a problem for a very long time, and it's one of the reasons why TikTok does not reside on any of my devices. You have the White House, of course, as I covered earlier, talking about this specifically. They say you have 30 days. Well, why not immediately? This is the other problem that I have with this type of stuff. If this is a true problem, it should be removed immediately. There should be no period of time. When it comes to government devices, you just issue the edict, just like you would if you were a corporate boss. You could say, you can't have this on your computer anymore. And then you just take the action to remove it. And if they're doing this, why isn't this being done at a store level for Google and Apple? I mean, they've been doing a lot of overreach for a while, illegally. Why would they pull up short on this? I have to know. Yeah, TikTok definitely has a backdoor that keeps tracking apps running despite opting out from all the settings. It does. And a lot of apps do, believe it or not. It's been like that for a while. Yeah, you've got problems in Arizona with corruption from the Sinaloa cartel, but Canada's getting corrupt by the yeah. Derp talk. There you go. Facebook Reels isn't much better. No, actually, you're starting to see governments around the world block Facebook and turn off their Facebook pages. The government of Germany just did that. But this is a real problem. I'm not sure. I have to ask a question. Do any of you still have TikTok on your phone? I'm curious because I know that there are a lot of people in our sphere, my sphere, people that are on the internet, on the platforms, talking about this stuff, that use TikTok. Our friend Sporkin News Podcast for a while had multiple TikTok accounts because he kept getting banned because he had, the wrong opinion. But do you guys still have TikTok? I don't. I had it for, I don't know, 2 days maybe. And then I was like, nah. A lot of people out there saying, never had it. Nope. Sunny Sunflower says, nope. Never had TikTok. There you go. Yeah, I can see there is room there for that, but here's the weird thing, right? YouTube Shorts and even often other channels will take TikToks and put them on there on the Shorts. So you can watch the TikTok without actually having TikTok if you just know what subject matter you're looking for. But I understand Haiti and Filirudo. Never had TikTok. Yeah. Lord Thoth. I never had TikTok because I know where it's from. That's right, my friend. Scott says never used it. TikTok was installed on my current phone when I got it. I left it alone when I heard it was rather sketchy. Uninstalled. Well done for you. Dragon Master 360. Islaj Melody says not. Tender Warrior says heck no. And Timothy Tillery says never. There you go. Yeah, I think you're going to start to see Das Boot applied to TikTok in lots of different ways. Mighty Orbots. Larry's like, deleted TikTok a while ago. Yes. Hey, it's Larry. The name's so nice you have to say it twice. Larry. Grifton with Grimace says never had it. Didn't want it. There you go. M Tax Shark says never installed the app. We give the CCP enough info already. There you are. Let's see. Eric K says, I never got it. Never will. You were a smart man. Eric K is amazing. Love that dude. Catsith, what's up? Says never had TikTok. Never will. Even if you take the spyware aspect out of it, it's pure cancer. Well, it's like anything else. I mean, it's a training app. I really do think there's a lot of social media out there that's designed to remove your ability to process information, to think clearly and critically. You got a lot of people sitting at home watching a lot of dumb crap during the 2 years that they tried to imprison everybody in their own homes. I'm really starting to get, frustrated with people not recognizing authoritarianism around them, but can't do much about that. Spaceship Vampire says never had it, never used it. Good for you. The Union of Amateur Strategists has never used it. If it's installed on my phone, I installed it day one. A lot of people did. Commander Ed Straker Shadow said no, I removed it a year ago. Good for you. Let's see. The Time Prophet says, what if TikTok doesn't really uninstall and runs in the background? That's a good question. You can actually do a process search on what's happening on your phone. There's a lot of complex steps to get there in developer mode for iPhone. It's a lot more simply managed on Android devices. Again, don't get me started on Android devices, but all of the devices that you have are potentially compromised already through other means, not just TikTok. It's a really, really a problem. Let's see. It seems like nope. Captain Phantom Ministers never had, never wanted. The Bad Cap never had it, never will. Good for you. I agree with this. The TikTok has a good interface for simply scrolling, unlike YouTube Shorts. Yeah. Here's a weird thing. Like I watch a lot of shorts when I'm like killing time. Like between like video render or whatever projects I've got going on. Sometimes I'll do it while I'm doing email. And most of the time I'll be watching it on a television, one of the TVs, through a Roku or something. And the thumb down button actually just scrolls to the next one downward. So it just keeps scrolling if you do that. So but no, I mean, there's a lot of interface updates that YouTube's been working on, and some of them have kind of been rolled out. Like the bottom looks different now on the screen that you're looking at. They rolled that interface update out a couple months ago. You got more of that stuff coming. And by the way, if you look down there and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on the replay, thanks. Yeah, do hit that. Hey, what's going on? SP4H. Oops, I'm late. Howdy. It's a psyop. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of those we've been subjected to. People are moving from TikTok to Grindr. Sure they are, Hank VP. Let's see. Yeah, Elizabeth Young's like, I never downloaded to begin with. I've been paring down all my social media sites since the start of the global crisis. Almost said a different word. And needed to stay away from more toxic elements. There you go. And that's a good choice. And I like the little wiggle worms on your screen. Love that. Hey, Michelle. Nope. I made shorts on my Facebook. A lot of people have done that. I've been seeing that. A lot of people doing that. Reels, right? Yep. And yeah, TikTok is shared on FB Reels. Yeah, you're seeing that a lot on Facebook for sure. I have seen stuff on the webpage, but no app. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Men's Room says no for me, but my co-host is obsessed with it. It happens. Yeah, China is is the devil. Yeah. Well, it's funny. They're starting to be isolated. You're starting to see isolation breakdowns in the globalist plan. You're starting to see industries being brought back to Western countries that had farmed them out. You're starting to see countries relax work visas and stuff again in countries where they'd kind of tighten them up in favor of lower labor costs through different remote entities. I'm watching in real time. I think Germany just recently relaxed their requirements for work visas from India and stuff. So again, I'm paying a lot of attention to those kinds of things, and I feel like we're going to see more and more we're going to see more and more of that. We're going to see countries like China and others that are aligning with them kind of pull away from trade with the Western world, go their own way, and not in some ways not suffer under the weight of some restrictions that are being artificially placed on the rest of us. We can talk about that someday, probably not here. But yeah, Apple is definitely in bed with China. Yes. You realize they're ending the iPhone, right? I think the next iPhone is the last iPhone, and then they're moving to something entirely different. And at that point, well, we'll see what happens there. And again, I mean, that's like killing off a business segment that they absolutely need. I anticipate we will finally get a phone from Elon Musk or somebody like that in the near future that they just won't be able to stop, and then Apple and any of the Android companies will lose dominance, because let me tell you, you want to not be so beholden to one company and their walled garden for apps and things. So yeah. Vince Womack suggests I should watch Sydney Watson's video about TikTok brain. I will check that out. I love Sydney Watson. She's great. Social media is designed to separate people into groups. I agree with that. Although they do a poor job of it. Like technically YouTube, Rumble, all these video platforms that we're on as creators, talking heads, whatever you want to call us. They're social media platforms, but I don't think you easily are divided. I can go on a rabbit hole down anything. I mean, I look at a lot of material that I don't align with politically, just so I'm informed about the arguments and the statements that are being made by people that clearly aren't taking the time to think about what they're saying, just so I can be informed. Yeah. That's actually a good point. We can't recognize authoritarianism because media is telling us that it's democratic instead. Well, it's not. I mean, and this is the problem with mob rule, which is why the United States isn't that. Anybody, and again, we had this problem last night over on Comics Division's channel. We don't live in a democracy. We have a process that's democratized to a certain extent, but we live in a representative republic, a constitutional republic, whichever of those two terms you'd like to use. That's what we live in. And yeah, it is what it is. Hey, what's going on there, Zach? Oh, you're playing Candy Crush. Good for you. Oh, you guys are amazing. Yeah, no, I don't, dude. Yeah, no squirts. I remember squirts. Yeah, for those of you that are that haven't hit the like button down below, please do so. And globalization is dying. I mean, you're watching a mouthpiece, a former WEF young leader in this Vivek Ramaswamy guy. You're watching him try to flip the script and crush globalism and all this other stuff, and say no to the digital IDs that they're trying to foist upon everybody, and the 15-minute cities like what they're trying to do in Cleveland right now. If you live in Ohio, y'all need to start marching against this stuff. And again, they're going to do their level best to try to take a heartland state that's a decider in elections. That's what's been going on in Ohio, for those of you who are not paying attention. Thank you for that, Vince. I will check that out. Hey, Keck, what's up? Backcaps has been off Twitter for a couple years, just got back on. I just have Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm not much. I'm too much of a boomer to handle much more. I understand that, my friend. Let's see. You guys are great. Yeah, the good point. The economic and demographic position of PR of China ain't as good as they'd want us to think. Note that this is not a reference in any way to the well-run Republic of China, Taiwan. No, I know. And that's, again, you're starting to see the West realize they need to defend Taiwan. So you're going to see troop buildups there. I know that seems strange, but you will see it. And yeah, we'll see who's got the larger boot here in the near future. Yeah, the globalist logistical system is breaking down. That's true. And that's probably a good thing. Catsits got rid of Twitter. Good for you. I can't, because I promote myself and stuff there. Pretty soon I'll be promoting more my products there. So yeah. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to continue the discussion on Rumble. I may be doing that. That may become a regular part. In fact, bonus time may be on Rumble, because I may do live here and live there. There's something there's like a step I'm missing. Brahma was supposed to help me with that, and I don't know what it is, but I'll get back to doing that. Or maybe I'll do bonus time over on Odysee. I don't know, but it'll be worth it. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $5 says, take away TikTok and it's easier to justify war with a country after you demonize its people and blame them instead of the government controlling them. Why would we blame? I don't blame the people. The Chinese people don't. You're watching them have the same kind of struggles we are here in this country, to a greater extent, as a matter of fact. It's the CCP specifically. And that might be true. I mean, but I don't see, again, they're doing this with China because they realize they didn't do a good enough job with how they demonized another country that's currently at war with a tiny little entity that we're sending hundreds of billions of dollars to. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the guy on Rogan that was talking about this. And it comes down to a discussion around the deep state. But I want to say Zewan. I forget his name. Anyway, essentially, calling out Ukraine for what it is and why Western nations are invested in it. Talking about what's happening with China and Russia as far as its their woes as their the population bomb works in reverse for both of those entities. So yeah, very strange. Yeah, and this is absolutely true, Dempsey. This kind of leans into what I was just saying. China's birth rates are tell a tale of the fall of an empire. Yep, U.S. birth rates aren't far behind. Also true. If people don't reproduce, there are no more people eventually. Well, yeah, kind of what's been happening. Pito Schaefer, another $2. Thank you, my friend. Freedom Phone guy had his life ruined by big tech. Right. And that's why you need somebody that has more, bandwidth is kind of the word I'm going to use now. And influence. Right. This is the thing with with big tech. They can eliminate anybody at any point in time. So yeah, the Freedom Phone guy. I mean, there have been a couple of phones like that. And again, I know that there are people on the platforms that talk about Calyx as an operating system on like a Google Pixel or some kind of an Android based phone. You can certainly do that. I mean, and again, that's why I really think there's going to be a third party competitor, and I think it's going to be Elon. It'll probably give you that phone. Not only that, it's going to be compatible with his Starlink, which he just launched a whole new battery of satellites, the 2.0 satellites, which he actually showed a video of one deploying in space from space, like today on Twitter or yesterday on Twitter, something like that. Sorry, you got to get the coffee in. Thank you for the super chat again. Super chats make this thing go for me, guys. This is the gradual easing into retirement. So your contributions are helpful. Your memberships are helpful. I really do appreciate it. Keeps the lights on. Keeps me fed. Sunny Sunflower. Just say no. That's right. Just say no to TikTok. What's up, Troy? Troy's growing. Troy's channel's growing. How's it going, my man? The censoring of books. Indeed. The censoring of books has been a real problem. Very Orwellian. 1984, yeah, and they're using it as a map to hose us over. Look, we've got to turn back this idea of mob rule, and we have to fight against them, allowing for that kind of mentality to invade our representative republic, our constitutional representative government. So, yeah. Let's see. Lots of you out there. Wow, I'm way behind. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the Philippines is another place that's been backing away from its accommodation to the PRC and rebuilding its ties with the U.S. Indeed. And you're seeing a whole group of humans, male humans, heading to the Philippines to create a life. And someday I will talk about the interesting dynamics in this country between men and women. This is probably not the appropriate forum for that, but for those of you who are here, thank you. And yes, I think you guys got the name correct. Peter Zehan. Yeah, he's been saying some very interesting things, and that's also driving with some other stuff that we're hearing and why. You want to do the high roller stream on Rumble? Well, maybe we'll do that. That'll be a good time. I got to get you guys together again. The high rolls are always fun. Get you guys in here, just going. Good times. Ukraine, according to the FBI, just 4 years ago, was the biggest international money laundering operation on Earth. Yes, and I think a recently unearthed video of Bill Gates saying that it was the most corrupt country on Earth. That came out and is available on Twitter if you go looking for it. So there you go. And for the 90 some of you that are watching now, thanks for being here. And Tax Shark shoots me a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, my friend. Thanks for the bonus time today, Culture. Well, thank you for your support, my friend. Thank you for being here as long as you have. It's great to see all of you folks that have been here for a long time. You really do make the grade. Fahrenheit 451. Yep. And they just remade that movie terribly, by the way. I think that was a Michael B. Jordan jam, if I'm not mistaken. Eesh, rough. Libelula Oho. I think I did that right. Did I, my friend? If I did, thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, censoring an artist's work is another chapter of the ignorance of the social justice folks. I agree with you, Michelle. Yeah. A lot of people can't stay silent on evil. and doing this is evil. Censoring James Bond books, really? Nobody young really reads anymore, and it wouldn't be bad for people to understand it. There's a way to look at the world that there is good and bad. I like James Bond for that reason. So, yeah, CNN reported corruption in the Ukraine in 2014. What happened to their memory, Southern Belle? Well, they got bought off. Simple as that. Who's doing the buying? Oh, we know that. These giant equity interests, and the institutional investment types. That's where that comes from. And this is true. I mean, we've been providing the ability for globalization for a long time because we've freed the oceans of previous problems. Those problems pop up from time to time, but not for very long in certain countries, for as long as they're profitable and they don't take too many losses. But we'll have to see. Yeah, democracy is a very dangerous thing. And Bobril was shown to you briefly. No kidding. Individual rights are paramount to freedom. Anything less is to capitulate to tyranny. Very well said, my friend. Well done, Dempsey. Pinochet's helicopter tours for another $5 says, I meant U.S. government will need people to support war against China. I agree with you. So the government will start the Let's Demonize China propaganda campaign. I agree with you. Yeah, actually, I took what you were saying there, but what I was saying is it was done rather poorly with another country right now that's engaged in a conflict, and which is really a border dispute. You have, if you want to get very geopolitical, you have provocative action being taken against what was previously stated in the members of NATO. Don't really want to get too deeply into that on the stream, but that's some of it. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, they're trying to align on this side of things, but again, it's not wrong. TikTok's a spy platform. It has been since the very beginning. And again, let's start here. Let's start here. And I know you know this, Pinochet. Probably almost all of you do out there, or all of you may know this. Whenever you do business in China, you're doing business with the CCP directly. There's no other way to do business with China. And we someday we'll get into the financial structure of how you go about investing in Chinese corps and how China's actually investing in U.S. corps and global corps. But there's a lot of weird shenanigans that have to happen for any of that to go on. Well, when you do business in China, let's say you're Disney. Let's use Disney as an example. You're Disney. You are in business with the CCP. In order to get the ability to build on land, you are striking up a deal with them to surrender 50% or more of your business, usually more. And one of the greatest losses of all time was when the West no longer controlled Hong Kong. That was dumb. It was dumb. And now that you have Hong Kong Disney and Shanghai Disney over there, and Universal was dumb. They built a theme park over there as well. When you do that, yeah, sure, you're going to reap some benefit, but the loss far outstrips that. Wanda Corp used to have a huge entertainment empire in China. They still have different elements that they control there. But when Disney came in, because of their brand, the global recognition of their brand, they kind of destabilized a lot of Wanda Group's entertainment businesses, including their own theme parks. But Disney had to surrender a lot of things to China and regularly capitulates. Thank you for bringing that word into the conversation, Dempsey. To China and the CCP government specifically. You can't do business in China otherwise. So when you are a corporation, even if you're Blizzard, right? We just saw what's happening with NetEase. You're in business with the CCP. and that company, both, because that company is in business with the CCP in order to exist. And then you get corruption. And for anybody who tells you there's no graft over there, that's a whole other conversation, because there's plenty of graft. It's just really dangerous to be involved in graft in China, but it's very prosperous and it creates a power base, perhaps, when you have substantial wealth that the government can seize at any time, to be fair, but they don't, because it would destabilize the country. Anyway, you have people benefiting from graft. Disney participated, it's almost undeniable, in a substantial amount of graft and bribery over there in order to get things done for their China theme park in Shanghai. And by the way, if you get an opportunity to see some of the buildings that were constructed to house the workers to build that out and the people that are going to be working in the parks, the buildings are actually touching now. They used to be like this, and because of shoddy construction, they are doing this. They had to rebuild a lot of things at Shanghai Disney because they were not built to American standards and would not have lasted. In fact, they had problems with ride operations on a few attractions in that park. So, yeah. Anyway, a little bit of background there. Probably way off the topic, but that's what it is. Let's see. We are 46 minutes in. Good to see you guys. Show me the money. That's right. We got a $2 super chat from our good friend Grifton with Grimace for $2 Australian. Thanks for being here. Says, a tip for all the bonus time we've gotten lately. Hey, Tuesdays and Thursdays we'll be doing bonus time. So I appreciate the support, though. I really do. Let's see. Southern Belle says Stacey Abrams is in Nigeria helping with their election, which means it's corrupted because she's corrupt. She's running away from the fact that she's under investigation in a lot of different ways for $500,000 right now. Yeah. Bad news. Bad news. I use it. What did I do? Yeah, when I see somebody with a Ukrainian flag in their bio, I'm usually chuckling to myself quietly. Clueless humans. Well, I mean, you have them all working together, John, when it comes to these two countries specifically. That's true. I think demonizing the CCP is the way to go. Again, I mean, it's anytime, and this is the thing that we talk about, because war should always be the last option, right? So there are governments around the globe that don't like us a lot. Our government doesn't like certain other governments, and the governments can dislike each other. It doesn't have anything to do with the people within the country. Hey, what's up, Dad? Man, walking. Good to see you. Let's see. Yep, the CCP owns you and your business. That's right. Don't do business with them. It's a bad idea. Hey, what's going on, Eternal Vigilance? Good to see you. That's a lot of thick shakes, 500K. Yeah, Grifton with Grimace, I'm telling you. She's in big trouble. There's a lot of people that participated in a lot of abusive election stuff recently that are just now finally being brought to the light. Hopefully to justice as well. We'll see. If you want to clean up politics, make a law that every government position can only make the average of the constituents they represent serve in a civil capacity. There you go. Watch them fix it or leave fast. Yeah, and I think that it's far too long for us to have suffered under the yoke of people who can A, vote themselves a pay raise, and B, essentially benefit from the information they get from lobbyists who are trying to garner their support for whatever their particular thing is from any particular corporation. I think corporate lobbying should be illegal. I've thought that for a very long time. In fact, I don't even like the idea of lobbyists. I think only individual citizens should be able to lobby politicians, and I don't think money or any contribution can be a part of that. But hey, that's not the world we live in. Yeah, we're kind of living in that world right now, John. America's last, no doubt about it. Yeah. How long did it take? It's the same problem that we had, post hurricane. The citizens of this country are the last concern of the federal government, which is weird. It's supposed to be the first concern of the federal government. But hey, it is what it is. And yeah, this is an accurate statement, Eric. Maxine does not live in the district she represents. Most of the politicians no longer reside where they should. In fact, the fact that they have maintained homes and apartments and things like situations like that in the DC area should tell you something. They no longer represent the people that they're supposed to. And that's the other problem, is the period of time that they're in the DC area, far too long. They should be back here in the individual states talking to the citizenry and representing them. Again, it is what it is. We're coming up on a time I need to downshift to get ready for the member stream, which is going to happen in less than 30 minutes, 27 minutes from now. We got a super chat from our good friend T Neil 89. Great to see you. For $5, I almost said £5. For $5, thank you, my friend. Ahoy, culture. I don't want to go to work. Neither do I. Oh, yeah. That's all I've got. Just woke up. Well, I hope you're doing well, my friend. And it's always a pleasure to see you. And I really do appreciate your support of Midnight's Edge After Dark, and everybody in our sphere. I do appreciate it. It's good to see you. Good to see you. All political positions should have term limits. Yes. And like I said, it's very strange when you see Vivek Ramaswamy talking about that right now. And again, he was able to effectively get himself scrubbed from the WEF Young Leaders. When it was brought up that Tulsi Gabbard was on that list, she actually confronted it head on and said, I have no idea why I'm on that list. I have nothing to do with them. Vivek said anything? He launched his campaign. He's got a lot of imagery there that's concerning, in my opinion, logos and such. But it is what it is. Hey, have a great day, Scott. I hope you have a good one. I am going to be again going live in the member stream in 26 minutes. So if you get a chance to pop back in on that, that would be great. Let's see. I think I could fix the government pretty darn fast. Give me the keys to the kingdom for 2 to 4 years. No more. I wouldn't take it. Give me the keys to the kingdom for 2 to 4 years, and things would change. You guys are the best. As I scroll through. Christine Todd Whitman knew for a fact that the tower, the government lies all the time. The government lies all the time. Yeah, and that's the problem with asbestos, right? It's frangible. So when it does, do that and it makes its way into the air, you're screwed. Of course, it was when it was properly applied to steel, it made a fantastic fire retardant. So there you go. Culture wants the meat and he wants it raw. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for that, Eric K. It's an interesting thing, what we suffer under in the States right now, as far as what is passed on as government. Indeed. Washington's quote, on political parties is more relevant now than ever. He warned us about our current Congress way back then. Yeah. And again, I mean, it's where we are and why we're there. Hey, Ethala. Good to see you. Hail to you. You guys are wonderful. Time Prophet says, easy way to spot if the government is lying is to watch their lips. If they move, they're lying. That's right. Yeah. I don't want to dive down that rabbit hole. I tell you what, let's do that over on Whatever Cast with Wes and the group over there. I'm happy with that. Hey, oh my gosh, our good friend Patrick is here. Hey, what's going on? For $20, thank you for the contribution, my friend. Says, great stream, dude. I highly recommend a book called A Time for Truth by William E. Simon. Indeed, if you want to look at the problems in this country that have been brewing since the 60s. This needs to be talked about. So good job. Well, thank you. And that's a great recommendation. And I'm going to take, I was going to write it down, but I left my pad in the kitchen. Let me take a screenshot right now. Thank you, Patrick. And by the way, Patrick Logan, great writer, great actor, great fan film. Please check that out. I did a review on it, a wonderful interview with them. And of course, Creative Force Films, which is where that particular film is hosted. It was it's a good time, and I want more from them. I think I probably tipped my hat a little bit during the interview, but I have to say that as I clip this out, I have to say that it's a great fan film. And it's a great film. I mean, set the fan part aside, but book recommendation. Once again, thank you, Patrick. Keep doing what you're doing, my friend. We need more good cultural product, my friend. We need hope. You build hope. Yeah, Gordon is an amazing film. Yeah, you guys are. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to hang out with that crew again. I want to talk with more folks in the Atlanta area, because it really seems like there's a community of really talented people there, and it keeps growing. It's really the new Hollywood. The Atlanta and in a lot of the southern states, other than Georgia, are really starting to get into the production side of things and taking some power away from Hollywood. And the unions are terrified of that. I think was maybe Fran Drescher was talking about, punishing people that, didn't align with their ideology, and, taking back production from those states. And I'm thinking, good luck. They want money. Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you both, Patrick and Ethala. You guys are great. I really want to hang out some more. I really do. We'll figure out something. We'll do something together. I know we will. Yeah, Gordon is such a good film, though. Really is. Looking for movies is like watching TV. Keep skipping. There you go. And it's weird because, like, for as low budget and B film that Cocaine Bear was, right, for $35 million, that's considered a low budget now, which blows my mind. But anyway, for as low as that was, and probably the 35 on it that they used to promote it and everything else, so it's sitting at about 70. It was still dumb fun. It was a good time, and I really, really did enjoy it. And thank you, the Union of Amateur Strategists. Post the link to the Batman fan film, so you got to check it out. You do. It's over on Creative Force Films. They have 2 Star Wars films over there as well, but check out the Patrick's film Gordon first. What a great director and writer Patrick is, and I'm still fascinated. The idea that he kind of started in that, I hope he continues on, because there's this amazing conversation between 2 people that is just, love it. Chills still. Good film. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, when there's widespread homelessness, something is very wrong with that. Speaks of a corrupt government almost every time. Okay, and I will be seeing Devotion. Now streaming. I told you I would. What's going on, Polly? Check out Latino Slant. Polly's been doing great. We have a lot of talented people. I can't stop saying it, folks. We have a lot of talented people that we hang out with. Paulie's one of them. Paulie's one of them. Smart guy. Yeah. Let's see who else is here. Michelle's talking about her immigration story. I had to learn in order to become a citizen of the United States when I immigrated from Ireland and Norway. Well, I'm just glad you're here and you hang out with us every day. And that's right. Steven's right. Deleted Scenes is right. Cocaine Bear is dumb fun. Yeah. Hey, Jim Watari says it's a good movie. I agree. Look at this. Michelle has citizenry in Ireland, Norway, and America. That's amazing. And Dadman Walking saw Cocaine Bear. And that's awesome. I know you guys did the stream. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but I'll check it out. I love it when you guys do stuff together. It's fun. It was great hanging out with you in Florida, too. And thank you for promoting Paulie's channel. Yeah, and he also runs Midnight's Edge Espanol along with the other guys. They do a great job. Love it over there, too. Hey, what's up, Naughty Monkey Wrath? Good to see you, my friend. Elizabeth Young's like, I'm looking forward to my screening of Cocaine Bear. It's again, set your bar about where Snakes on a Plane would be, right? But it was fun. I tell you what, I want to see more things done in noir style. I want to see more things done in black and white, like what Patrick did with Logan. I really feel like it adds a whole other depth to the film. Again, nothing fancy. You don't need a lot. You don't need CGI. You don't need any of that. You do practical stuff. That's just amazing. If I emigrate to America, can you guarantee me sun every day? Depending upon where you live, almost every day. It will rain occasionally, almost everywhere, including the desert Southwest. But there's a lot of sun here. You want sun every day, your best shot might be the Keys, but that'll change if there's ever hurricanes. Most of Southern California is sunny. Arizona's mostly sunny throughout the year. Nevada, similar. Texas, New Mexico, similar. Yeah, we literally have a sunshine state, says Dempsey. Yes. Marla was good, huh? I've only heard a couple people talk about that. Polly, I'll have to check that out too. Hard to find good entertainment. So, all right, we're coming up on an hour. I have to obviously get ready for the member stream, which is in 15 minutes. For those of you who are members, I appreciate it. Once again, thank you to Patrick Logan for the $20 super chat, and for every other super chat we got today, from MTAC Shark to Pinochet's Helicopter Tours to Grifted with Grimace. You guys really do help keep the channel going, and I do appreciate it. It also makes the conversation move along. We've got a Q2 cast. What's going on? Just put up a video on the failing legal cannabis trade. Yes. And the nightmare new zombie drug on our street of fentanyl mixed with animal tranquilizer. Yes. Check that out. Wow. Well done. That is definitely going to be worth a view later. So thank you for that, Cutie Cast. Cutie Cast TV. I love the fact that we're making this stuff. I love the fact that we're informing the public. They had a massive seizure of fentanyl yesterday. Incredible. And we got to stop it. And where's it coming from and why? Well, look to the southern border, folks. There's a reason it's not secure, especially if you have rumored, alleged ties to a particular cartel and you're in a position of authority. And I won't say much more on that, but thank you for doing that. All right. For those of you that are members, check the community tab. I dropped the member stream thing in there. And I will see you over there in 15 minutes. I'm going to do the normal wrap. I'm going to put the credits up one more time so I can do my thing. All right. There we go. Credits one more time. All these amazing people. I have to add to this list now. Thanks to all of you out there. I think Captain Fandom Nerd and Eric K and a few others contributed members today. So I want to say thanks once again. You guys are incredible. For those of you that are members, if you have the little symbol by your name, like Spaceship Vampire and Dempsey and the Union of Amateur Strategists, that means you're a member. So, yeah, your name's probably in green in the chat, too. And if it is, you can join the member stream and hang out there. Members will be invited to participate. I can host 9 other people on the stream simultaneously. We will go for about an hour, and we'll kind of talk about this stuff in person. A little bit less formal circumstance, and it's not a public stream. So if you don't want to be out there in public, it's a private stream, just for members. Have a great day, everybody, and see ya!